You don't need to write anything down.
I don't understand what you said.
We're waiting for your attorney anyway, ma'am, so just hold tight.
Okay.
At 2 o'clock.
I got mine highlighted.
Okay. First up would be Victor Vasquez Gomez. This was a no-show on 6/28 for arraignment. I'll translate to a 30 bond. Next would be Nicholas Plantier. Same thing, failure to show the arraignment, $300 cash surety. Adam Smith. Failure to show the arraignment, $300 cash surety on unlicensed minors. Romine. Failed to show on the 28th, and we'll get a warrant. Michael Bryan. Okay. $300 cash surety. There's Mr. Sierra. Who we should cut in? Joshua Smith on a suspended license. Also going to be a no-show for our 30th. Arraignment, $300 cash surety. All right, there in jail, ma'am. Your name, please.
Lynn Chambliss.
Ms. Chambliss, this is a felony file 232127FY. I'm going to read it to you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dario Sierra appearing on behalf of Ms. Chambliss for the arraignment. We reviewed the charge. We waive reading at this time. We'd ask to set this matter for probable cause and prelim. She was screened for court appointed attorney and does fly.
Okay. So, ma'am, you will have the public defender as your attorney for the remainder of this case. You wish to argue bond?
I don't have anybody around here. I'm from
Yes, Your
I'm
Honor.
from Kalamazoo, and I live in Illinois. I don't have
Ms. Chambliss, hold on.
anybody around.
You mean, he means your attorney? I mean, your attorney will argue bond.
I'm
Ms.
sorry.
Chambliss is retired, Your Honor. She doesn't have access to any of her funds right now. She does recognize that she was under mental health treatment care prior to coming into jail. She's asking for either a PR bond or release to a mental health treatment facility to assist in continuing that treatment.
Is 1579 Lincoln Road, Apartment 1 a mental health facility?
No, sir.
Okay.
I will go to one. No, that's my daughter's address. I will not go there. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, if you don't have anywhere else to go, there's no point in letting you out of jail. We'll lower this to a $3,000 cash or surety. That is no direct or indirect contact with Alana Chambliss. You cannot go.
No, I'm not. I'll just kill myself. That would be me.
That's fine. Next court dates, if you want to write them down there, Mr. Sierra. 7/13 for probable cause, 7/18 for preliminary hearing, courtroom B in front of Judge Villarden.
I need a couple guys to come down and take one out. It's chamberless.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name?
Jacob Gray, sir.
Chamberless.
Sir, this is a misdemeanor file 222467ST. I'm going to read it to you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dario Sierra appearing on behalf of Mr. Grice for the purpose of arraignment. We've reviewed the charge. We waive the reading. After consulting with Mr. Grice, it's my understanding he would enter a guilty
That
plea
took me 2
charge
hours. to
and
work out
civil
the fucking
infraction.
walk.
Thank you.
Okay. Sir, you wish to just enter a plea of guilty at this time?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you or threaten you to make you enter that plea?
No, sir.
And are you pleading guilty to this because you believe you are guilty of this?
Yes, sir.
Were you operating a motor vehicle here in Allegan County back on August 30th of last year?
Yes, sir, I was.
And at that time, did the Secretary of State have you as either suspended or revoked?
They did, sir.
All right. So I do find that as a factual basis to accept your plea and that your plea is knowing and voluntary. It would just be fines and costs. It wouldn't be any jail time. So it's just $250 fine. With that, statutory costs of $200, crime victims' rights fee of $75, and a state cost of $50. You have a total of $575. I'm gonna write right on here, 90 days to pay. If you need more time than that, that's okay, but you'd have to call the court and ask for that separately, all right?
I appreciate you, sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
You're all set?
Okay, have a good day. Thank you, Dario.
Jeffrey?
Good afternoon, your name?
Jeffrey Abram Colley, sir.
All right, Mr. McCauley, looks like a handful of misdemeanor matters, 2307111ST. I'm going to read that to you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Darius here appearing on behalf of Mr. McCauley for the purpose of arraignment. We reviewed the charge. We wait the charges. We waive reading at this time. The voluntary not guilty plea. It's a matter for pre-trial and jury trial after that. He was screened for court-appointed attorney and does qualify.
So, sir, you are going to have the public defender represent you for the remainder of this case. These are all traffic misdemeanors. They normally would get PR bonds. The only reason yours aren't PR bonds right now is because you didn't show up for court. I'm willing to amend those back to 3 PR bonds, but that's because you're telling me, of course, you understand how important it is for you to make court, right?
Yes, sir.
So that'll be no driving without a valid driver's license, but we will change all of these bonds back to PR bonds. So you should be all set to be released later this afternoon. You're going to get a next court date in courtroom B. Just make sure you show up for it.
Yes, sir, I will.
You're all set.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too. Good afternoon, ma'am. Your name?
Anastasia Madrano.
Ms. Madrano, looks like you have 2 different files here. We'll start with the felony file first. This is 232114FY. I'm going to read it to you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Darius here appearing on behalf of Ms. Madrano for the purpose of arraignment. We reviewed this charge with waiver at this time. We're asking that this matter set for problems in prelim. She was screened for court-appointed attorney and does qualify.
Okay. So you will have the public defender on this case for the remainder of this case. This is set at $1,000 PR. I'm assuming you wish to keep the PR bond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, but that is going to be no drugs, no alcohol, no marijuana. You understand and agree to that?
Yes, Your Honor.
We already have next court dates. July 13th is probable cause conference. July 19th is a preliminary hearing in courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchlist. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. I'm assuming on the traffic misdemeanor, you just wish to enter a plea of not guilty and set up for trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Court-appointed.
Now that
would be
would you
granted on this
Would?
one. It might have been the same date, so
That's fine. I don't have the paperwork for that. I just have the one list in the felony charge. So I'll
yeah,
mark
I'm
it.
checking that.
All right. So I'll mark this. I think the public defender is saying that you be represented on this misdemeanor as well, which I will reset at $300 PR bond. The only reason it wasn't a PR bond is because you didn't show up for court. Do not do that again. You won't get another PR bond. All right. but that's no driving without a valid driver's license. This is gonna get a separate date in courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchless, so you're gonna get 2 different sets of court dates. Make sure you appear for all those court dates. And Mr. Ciara, when you get a chance, if you could just send over paperwork for that one as well.
Yes, I will do that right now.
You're all set, ma'am?
Thank you.
Good afternoon, your name?
My apologies.
name's Paul.
It looks like it was previously submitted to the courts prior to authorization of the felony charge. So I will amend and send that back.
Okay. Mr. Maltus, a felony file 232128FY. I'm gonna read it to you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dario Sierra appearing on behalf of Mr. Molter for the purpose of arraignment. We've reviewed this charge with waive reading. We're asked that this be set for probable cause of prelim. He was screened for a court-appointed attorney and does qualify.
Okay, so sir, you will have the public defender as your attorney on this case. I gave you a PR bond on these facts. I'm assuming you wish to keep it a PR bond?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's a $1,000 PR bond. Just mind that if you have orders from additional courts like family court, you need to abide by those orders as well. Already
Yes,
have
sir.
next court dates. You have a probable cause conference on July 13th. You have a preliminary hearing on July 19th. That's courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchless. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. You're all set?
Yes, sir.
Chad,
Thank you.
Good afternoon, your name?
Edward Walker, sir.
Okay. Mr. Walker, it looks like we have 2 different files here this afternoon. They're both felony files 232131 and 33FY. I'm going to read these to you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dario Sierra appearing on behalf of Mr. Walker for the purpose of arraignment. We've reviewed both felony files. We will be reading in both files. We're asking that both files are set for probable cause prelim, court-appointed attorney, or you screened for court-appointed attorney and does qualify on both files.
All right. So, Mr. Walker, you will have the public defender representing you on both of these files. Your bond on these cases was set the same at $3,000 cash or surety. That is no drugs, no alcohol, no marijuana. That shouldn't be an issue if you're already in jail. You already have next court dates. These 2 are set together. So you have probable cause conferences on July 13 and then preliminary hearings on July 18. All that is in courtroom B in front of Judge Belargin. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. Anything further, Mr. Sierra?
Maybe address bond, Your Honor.
Yes.
My understanding, he's been incarcerated for more than a month now at this point in time. These are reissue charges. Given the fact that he's been sitting, he's been unable to work, would be able to possibly post a bond with a bondsman, around $300 with cash.
Problem is, these are yes, now 3 continuous felonies on bond on all. I don't understand what it does to lower that. Are you telling me you're going to make bond on your other cases, sir, that are way higher bonds?
Sir, I have a bond hearing next week for my other charges. I did post bond for
You have revoked bond on 2 circuit court files, sir, so you're not going to be getting out of jail. If that hearing goes well for you and then you're down to just the bond on these 2, then we would revisit bond and at your what's called probable cause conference. So let's not put the cart before the horse. We'll see how you do in front of Judge Kangas on that hearing. All right.
I respect that, sir. Thank you.
All right. You're all set then. Thank you.
Thanks.
And it looks like I have 2 more here. These are not with you, Mr. Sierra. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kyrie Taylor was suspended up on the 28th. That is now going to be failure to show at arraignment, $300 cash surety. And lastly, Savannah Bush also is suspended up, also not present on 6/28. Now we will enter that as failure to show derangement, $300 cash. Either for me or Carol?